Greetings and welcome, Vault Dwellers, to another episode of Let's Play Fallout 1. Right, we've arrived in Adytum. And we have accepted a job to go kill another gang leader, and we guess we can do that. If, you know, we're not thinking about anything at all. So let's talk to some more people here. Bound to be some people that will talk to us. Some of them might even be named. Nice little farming community they have over here. These regulators are a little bit too full of themselves. I don't believe we've met. I'm Miles. What can I do for you? That smoke makes you look like a scientist. What are you studying? I'm a chemist. Mostly, I make primer and powder so that we can reuse the brass casings from bullets. But I also dabble with some other chemicals. Where do you get the sulfur, potassium, nitrate, and other chemicals? It's unusual to find someone who can appreciate chemistry, but to answer your question, some of the materials we get from the hub merchants. Others I manufacture or just find in the area. For instance, the dung heaps from the Brahmin are a good source, as well as some of the strains of the fungus that I cultivate. What other chemicals do you work with? Well, I've been trying to get some strong acids so that Smithy can use them for etching. Also, we're trying to make some permanent dyes and inks. But without access to the natural inks, it's difficult. So you make bullets for Adytum? Yes, although Smithy is the one actually cast the bullets, I just refilled the brass casings. But the hub merchants make a profit off of what you and in town. Yes, well, we have to make a living. Since the hydroponic farms aren't functioning, we have to buy food from the merchants and bullets, and the only thing we have to sell. Oh, I could try to get the parts to fix the hydroponic farms. Really? That would be wonderful. We're just missing a few parts, but I'm sure that if you could scrounge up the right pieces, you could be self-sufficient. Samuel might be able to give you some help. You have anything to barter? You do have a lot of coins. I might be back for you. Just have to, you know, pull for some goodies. And I could trade you a bit of plastic. That might be enough. Take one of these. Take another one of these. I take all of these. Yeah. How about you? Right, so who is Samuel? I'm guessing it would be someone that has a distinctive look. These are all just inhabitants. Nobody here. Just gonna quickly save because I want to check the bookcases. Just in case someone gets upset. Crowbar. I don't need a crowbar. I am well past having a use for a crowbar. Well, let's check in these 10. Here we have a dark-skinned man adorned with bright scarves and trinkets. Just the man I'm looking for. Hello, stranger. May I be of service? I'm getting to know the people of Adytum. I'm called Chuck. Welcome to Adytum. I'm afraid that most of the people here aren't too forthcoming with strangers, though. Yeah, I noticed. People of Adytum have much to do in a normal day. They don't want their work to be found wanting at the end of the day. Things do seem a little quiet around here. The regulators make sure of that. The people of Adytum sometimes suffer from their strict rules. You're okay with this? Since I wish to stay here and accept the regulated as part of that which is Adytum, however, I do what I can to lighten their lives. Is there anything else that you could do? Well, I'm only one person, but help in what way I can. I advise you to fight for what you believe in, but most of all, choose the fights that are worth fighting, and fight the times that compromise and hope will win the greater victory. You have any other advice? Chuck pulls out a set of tarot cards. Let me consult the cards. Chuck shuffles the cards. Chuck pulls out a card with a picture of a radio tower and a card with a picture of a man in a suit of a scepter. The tower and the Emperor, great chains are waged by the hands of the powerful leader. Whether that change is death, I cannot tell. Thanks for the advice. Good journeys, Wanderer. Let's ask him for another reading. I'm just looking for a little advice. Pulls out the cards. He consults the cards. Pulls out a card with a picture of a man dancing on a nuclear warhead. The Fool. I cannot help you. You must make your own way in the world. Thanks for the advice. Good journeys, Wanderer. That should have pushed my luck up 1 point. Which the game doesn't tell me in any real way. Thanks, game. And so perhaps Samuel is in here. Hey, I don't believe we've met. You are? I'm Leo. This is mine. I'm Samuel. What do you do here? I'm a scavenger. My job is to search out all the boneyard for useful items and information. Dangerous work. Why is it dangerous? Well, you got the Deathclaws out there, and then you got the regulators back in Adytum. Both ain't the most forgiving types. How do you avoid Deathclaws? We only work at night, and we're good at what we do. But I'll admit, not everyone always comes back. Sent a guy out last week to look for some parts for Miles, and we haven't heard from him. Since the last transmission I got from him said he found the parts, and he was on his way back. And job again. Have you scouted any of the other areas? And a little scouting. What do you want to know about? Blades. Blades are a pretty sorry sight for a group of people. They get by though, and some of them end up here in Adytum if they agree to do what the regulators offer them to do. Do you have anything to barter? Nothing. Well, scavenger, you don't have particularly much. The gun runners. The gun runners moved into a big factory up the northeast not long ago. Can't tell you much because they have a moat filled with radioactive sludge. You gotta get through the Deathclaws to get there. The followers of the apocalypse. The followers preach peace and tolerance. Nice idea, but impractical. They live in a big library to the northwest of us. Children of the Cathedral. Children of the Cathedral are based out of a big church in the waste to the south of here. There are some strange things going on there. I think creatures that can't be human coming in and out of there. If the stories are right, the church is built over an old vault, which Adytum's predecessor lived in. Done a little scouting, alright, so nobody thinks. You're around, if you see me. Cute. I don't think there's anything else for me to do here. There might be a store here, I guess. Have a look around. Good day, what can I do for you? May I ask your name? I have just called me Smitty, because I'm the local blacksmith. Questions? Where'd you get all this shop equipment? Why, any competent blacksmith can make his own anvil. Of course, I really just sort of learned the craft by practice, but I make most of my own tools. What all do you make here? Mostly I make and repair tools and implements here, but I also fix things so to help merchants with the help from Miles the chemist. I build builds from time to time. Can you make guns and bullets? Well, building guns and making shells takes machining, and I just don't have the tools for that. But with the help of Miles, the chemist, I can load all brass, since I can cast bullets. Well, let's do some bartering. You have useful stuff. Some more stim packs. I might be back for you. Sure. Right, so that'll be important later, but for now we'll just leave because, you know, all the stuff to do. And nobody here. I mean, I know there's at least one skill book in here somewhere, but at this point, I don't think there's really much value in me getting any more skills, per se. Let's leave. Go find out what else is going on in the world. Right, so immediately we get to the area where the blades are. Now, aside from what Zimmerman said to us, blades are not actually all that dangerous. As in, they literally pose no threat to me. Of course, little good that does them, but still. Hello, lad. Might you be looking for today? Who are you? Well, I'm McRae. I help the Blades some against the Deathclaws in the Regulator bunch. A bit about protecting themselves against the nasties. What kind of stuff do you teach them? Well, my specialty is fighting with my fist, taking a punch or two more than the guy throwing them at me. Do you think you could teach me anything? You seem to be alright, lad, but my time's busy with keeping the Blades schooled. Things were to straighten themselves, I might be having time then. Alright, can I ask you something else? Can you tell me about the Blades? Good group of people is what the Blades are. Stuck here between damn Regulators and Deathclaws, ain't meant to be happiest life for 'em. But they survive. Thanks for the info. Actually, do you have anything to barter? I do want stim packs, but I have some super stim packs aside from that. Also have a whole bunch of regular ones, so you know, don't need them all that much. Right. I need another Nuka-Cola. You'd think you have enough. What do you do around here? I pontificate on life a lot. Help the Blades understand the true meaning of Nuka-Cola. What's so good about Nuka-Cola? The stuff of life. Well, actually I don't drink it on an hourly basis. I get a splitting headache. How much of that stuff do you drink? About 5 liters a day. This will not. Alright. Anything else? Who's in charge around here? Razor's the one you want to talk to. Right. Alright, well, you are not gonna be telling me all that much. Hello, I don't think I've seen you around here before. Can I help you with anything? I'm Michael. My wife Christine and I live here as Blades, and we'll help all we can. Why do you all live here? Not as bad as it seems. The Regulators and Deathclaws can cause problems, but our leader Razor has helped us a great deal over the past months. More recently, McRae has been showing us how to protect ourselves better. Alright, let's go find Razor. Because while the life stories of these people are nice, they don't look like gangers all that much. They pretty much just look like the people from the Boneyard themselves. The Adytum and all that. Where is Razor again? Not in this room, it seems. But yeah, these just look like refugees or regular citizens. Razor, probably over here then. Yeah, there she is. You see a very beautiful woman with a sad look in her eyes. Can I help you? Are you the leader of this gang? Gang? Well, hardly a gang. But I am the one they all come to for direction. You look like a gang to me. I wish we were a gang, at least then we'd have a decent weapon to defend ourselves with. Defend yourselves from whom? We need better weapons. The gun runners a little ways from here have weapons, but we can't get to them. Why can't you? There's a Deathclaw nest between us and them. We've never even spoken with any of the gun runners. The regulators have the firepower to clear out the Deathclaws, but they don't for some reason. Where can I find the gun runners located? Gun raiders are over to the east and north of here. Be careful, the Deathclaws are not to be taken lightly. I've seen a Deathclaw tear a man in half with one swipe. I'm gonna see what I find out. I want to do a little bit more talking. I'm not gonna say Zimmerman sent me, because I am actually not gonna do what Zimmerman asks, because he was clearly not in his right mind. Nothing else to say, really. Right. Guys, could you please not block the door? It's not so bad now with dog meat not intermittently going someplace and all that, but... Alright, let's go this way to the west. Actually, I want to see, do those buildings ever actually have anything in them? It is starting to get to the point in the game where I'm just kinda bleh. Don't want to do all the necessary RPG stuff anymore. As in looting everything that's not bolted down, because I've already got the best gear I'm gonna get. Alright, so... Followers of the Apocalypse. This is supposed to be a library. Wonder if they let me steal stuff. See, Katja. You're not from around here, who are you? My name's Leo. And what, may I ask, are you doing in the boneyards? First tell me who you are. Alright, fair enough. I'm called Katja. What's the matter to you? I'm looking for information, can you help? Maybe. You definitely ain't one of the gangland shift shovers. What do you want? I need to know about the area around the city. Boneyard is a pretty hostile place. Never had the opportunity to leave, though I suppose I'd take it. Let's see. So south of here you have the cathedral. There's some sort of cult there. Stay there, but I stay away from them. Something sinister's going on there. Also, I've heard about the trading center called the Hub, and caravans occasionally show up. I've never been there. Can you tell me some more? What can you tell me about the Blades? Dealt with them before, they're not too bad as far as how gangs go. I had a hideout in the old club with some outpost. If you're careful, you might even be able to get some of them to talk. Gunrunners? Gunrunners used to be a real gang, but they went soft. They started setting up a deal where they trade weapons that they get from their victims and buy from the Hub. Since nobody here is up for a trip to Hub personally, they do pretty good business, even though their prices are high. What about the Followers? Followers of the Apocalypse are a group of peace preachers who live in a large library in the heart of the Boneyard. Why they haven't been wiped out yet, I can't say. They're lousy combatants and have no understanding of the real world, but other than that, they are polite and well educated. What about Adytum? Adytum is my original home, a little too boring for me, although it's fenced off and self-sufficient town in the south end of the Boneyard. Not as far as the cathedral. We trade sometimes with the Hub. I don't plan to stay on this place too much longer myself. No kidding. If you're looking for another hand, I'll sign on. Rather than spending the rest of my existence in this hellhole, right? You're a welcome addition, but the desert's not much more fun. Alright, looks like we got a little ass kicking to do. And I've got another mule! 200 experience points. Creeping ever closer to the final goal. What's up? What kind of combat skills do you have? Learned how to be a scrapper from my time in the boneyard. I'm good with knives and submachine guns. Favorite is throwing knives, of course. Well, we don't actually have that available for you, but I'm sure Ian will have something he can share with you. See, sure that I have enough bullets to give her. Yeah, that's probably enough. Alright, so I don't think I ever picked up Katja before. I don't know if she's any real good, but I do know she can use guns like this. I'm just gonna take away your knives, if you don't mind. So, I don't actually want these knives, just dead weight. And I'm pretty sure most of these bookcases are actually empty. Now, from what I read on the wiki, which admittedly I don't know how accurate it is, there's actually a lot of cut content from the game concerning this place. As in, the whole stuff with the gangs, that used to be a much bigger plotline, or at least was planned to be a much bigger plotline with several gangs where you could potentially fight all the gangs or create peace. And so, I was kind of hoping, I'm not hoping, I'm kind of curious how that would have looked like. Probably would have made this place a little bit more interesting as it is. Also a bunch of cut content from this game in this area. So I'm not sure if it's technically feasible to get a good ending with the this bunch. I don't need that much. I mean, yeah, the stim packs would be nice, but I have stim packs. So let's find ourselves a leader of this place. Studious folder of the apocalypse. Oh. Right. Will they get upset if I look in this stuff? Yeah. There are a lot of weapons here for a bunch that is supposedly peaceful. Right. So, how many hit points does Katja have? Considering how late we recruited her. 39. That's not a lot. I mean, not that I expect much of anyone else, because of course they don't level with us. Echo is then the most useful here. But assuming for a moment that it's alright. I mean, I'm gonna be the one to do the most damage anyway. The rest is just for the distraction. Although it would be kinda nice if our companions level with me. Then at least they would be higher level. You look rather green. Not daytime? Let's find this Nicole person. Probably not gonna be the one that's wandering about. Surprisingly little blocks here. Right. Am I completely missing where Nicole is? Or is she not down here? Just more studious followers of the apocalypse. This is getting a little bit weird. So far, everybody looks like they're moving, so I have no idea where I'm not going the right way. Any talkative NPC would usually stay in one place, so... Ah, there she is.
Greetings! Hey! We're very glad you could join us. We hope you have found our humble abode to your satisfaction.
Thanks. Can you tell me a bit more about what you worship here?
We don't worship so much as follow a set of principles. We want to bring peace back to this wasteland. The world tends toward destruction, so we try to make a difference.
How?
We try to remind people why the Great War happened in the first place, and help ensure it won't ever happen again.
Have you been successful at all?
We never give up hope. We never will, even though most live by the gun these days. And we are concerned with the children of the cathedral.
What about them?
They claim to want peace like us, but anyone who disagrees with them just disappears. Their dark god is not what he seems, believe me.
How do you know?
Call it instinct. We've seen Morpheus and the Nightkin, and they don't look like peacemakers to us. Their hospitals and message of peace make them attractive, but we know there's evil there.
Don't you think you're being a little bit paranoid?
Maybe, but it's what's kept us alive this long. Is there anything else you need to know?
Yes.
Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
Tell me a little story of a little history behind the followers.
What would you like to know?
Where did the followers start?
Far to the south, near the Great Glow. The times were hard, but we managed to survive. We realized then the Great War must never happen again.
So you started the followers of the apocalypse?
After my parents were killed by marauders. It was time the killing stopped. It's our goal to make this land the way it used to be, before the war.
I'm sorry about your parents.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, is there anything else you needed to ask me? Ask, and I'll answer if I can. What would you like to know?
What are your goals?
We try to remind people why the Great War happened in the first place. We never give. They claim to want peace like us. Call it instinct. We've seen Morpheus and the Nightkin, and they don't look like peacemakers to us. Their hospitals and message of peace make them attractive, but we know there's evil there.
Do you have any clues?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Well, I'll report back anything I hear.
Good. We could use any information. Now, is there anything else? Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
What else do you know about the children of the cathedral?
You've probably seen their hospitals around. They preach peace, but there is something very wrong with them. We need to find out what.
Alright, more
Ask,
questions.
and I'll answer if I can.
Do you know who the leader is?
Morpheus is the leader of the Children of the Cathedral. He is evil, and that fact must be exposed.
Do you have any suspicions about them?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Can you help me destroy them?
No, but I know someone who will. Go to the cathedral and find a woman named Laura. Say the phrase Red Rider. We'll create a diversion if we can.
Thanks, I will use all the help I can get.
Our destiny lies before us. Let us hope we are worthy.
A bit dire, perhaps. Alright, but that'll do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy my content, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all then. Bye.